Wednesday, Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel. It seems like a great day to win a baseball game and move on to the championship series of the College World Series this weekend. Tennessee, Florida State today, 3:06 p.m. Eastern Time. Seen a lot of people upset about this happening in the middle of their work day, before the end of their work day. It does stink. Perks for me, I guess, having summers off right now. I'm not gloating about it by any means, but I would be pretty upset too with that. But I'm sure many of you will find a way to make that happen today, and I hope you are able to while you're out there. But Tennessee, Florida State, the rematch. There's two narratives at play here. I've seen Florida State. Oh, they wanted this one. They wanted this one. They want revenge for what have you. I'm gonna play two narratives on this one though. First one is the Florida State narrative. Let's look at it. Oh, the umpires cost us a game. That's all I've seen. Umpires cost them the baseball game. That is not. They played a perfect game outside of that one pitch. Perfect game. They didn't do anything else that would have cost them that baseball game on one that, maybe if I'm seeing it from their perspective, I would have agreed on it. But as close as that is, regardless of all these crooked lines you've seen drawn out there, was Burke a little over 50%? Possibly. He possibly was. I'm not going to sit here and deny that he wasn't. But what about their outfielder that didn't get to the easy fly? I wouldn't say easy, but to a fly ball he should have gotten to start the inning. What about those runs? What about their catcher not catching a pretty good throw home to him and holding on to that? What about, I can't remember who it was. It was Causey, I believe. 2 strikes. I can't remember if their guy went or if it was just a perfect strike, wasn't called. They got a couple outs. What about when Blake Burke drops a double play? Would have ended the inning. Florida State goes on to add more runs. Let's just, but the umpires cost us that ball game on it. So I'm going to play their narrative. They're out for revenge because they feel they should be the team having to be double dipped right now. I know old Link Jarrett is he's tried to bite his tongue on it, and he said they gave Tennessee a lot. He's neglected to mention Tennessee gave his team a lot. And in fact, one of the biggest travesties of Friday night was that box score had Florida State with 11 earned runs. They did not even earn half of their runs Friday night. Tennessee was charged with 3 errors. They at least made 5 to 6 errors the other night. They were not given a few that they should have been given. 9 walks was pretty uncharacteristic of Tennessee as well, because they here later in the year they've not been a walk-heavy team. So Florida State, they're playing revenge. The umpire cost them the game the other night. I'm going to play narrative number 2 with you here on this one. You're a Tennessee team. You're the number 1 team in the country. You come back and win that baseball game, regardless of that call. Regardless of that call, you still had to have 3 guys. Blake Burke, the guy in question, Billy Amick, Dylan Dreiling get 3 hits in a row on that. Okay? Your last guy, when Dylan Dreiling hits it, they're playing shallow. That should have been a catch in extra innings on it. Okay? Florida State made plenty of mistakes too. It was an ugly baseball game from a defensive perspective, especially for a College World Series game. Blake Burke comes into today. Needs 1 home run to make 20. This guy's had to listen to ever since Friday about he swung, he went, he's done that. You think that guy didn't have a chip on his shoulder today to come out and quiet some Florida State media, personnel, national media that's saying Tennessee shouldn't be here? You've got a Tennessee team basically hearing they didn't deserve to win the other night, even though they got 3 hits after the fact of that strike call with it. I don't think you want to piss off Tennessee. We've seen it numerous times this year with it, where teams have fired up these volunteers and they've made them pay for it. With Florida State's pitching where it is right now, I think Tennessee's got a chip on their shoulder today too. Let's not make any mistake about it. I don't know how much this plays in. There's still one Link Jarrett who continues to like to refer to 2022. I saw it yesterday. He referred to 2022 again, that 2022 team. I know what he's doing. And stuff. That's all you need to hear. Thought you keep bringing it up, Link. Keep bringing it up. Get revenge on Link Jarrett today. So there's two narratives there. Florida State can play the woe is me all they want to on it. Make no mistake about it. Tennessee's got to feel disrespected too, acting like they didn't deserve to win that baseball game, even though they scored 4 runs in that 9th inning, even though it was a great comeback. Regardless of that pitch, you still have to make the plays after it. It's like the Steve Bartman thing from years ago with the Cubs and Marlins. Little did Steve Bartman got the blame, yet the errors that happened after it, we neglect that. We want to blame it all on Bartman over the years. I'm not a Cubs fan, by the way. I'm just thinking back to that. It's always blame something. It's not take care of business after the fact. It's never that one thing that gets you beat in the game. Never. And I hope we don't have to look at that from Tennessee's perspective. But yeah, I'm going to say Tennessee might have a little chip on their shoulder to prove the doubters wrong. Leave no doubt. Leave no doubt today if you're Tennessee. Xander Sechrist takes the mound today. Key number 1 for me, defense. Play clean defense today. Sechrist is number 2 for me. Number 1, play clean defense. You played clean defense against North Carolina. They played really good defensively. Made some good plays on it. The good gloves have got to show up today. You can't give Florida State. They can hit. Let's make no mistake about it. They can hit. What they give you, you got to take it. That's key number 1 for me. Play your brand of defense. Okay? Number 2, Xander Sechrist. He's been excellent the last month. Last 3 starts that he's made. Last 4, if I'm not mistaken on it. Last 4 starts have been really good. Keep doing your thing. 5 innings. 5, he's been, if he gets 6. Xander Sechrist has faced good hitting lineups this year. Look at Georgia. That Sunday of the Georgia series. Georgia had lit the scoreboard up on Tennessee through 2 games. Through Friday night against A.J. Causey, Saturday against Beam, even though Tennessee was able to come back and win that game. Xander Sechrist and Nate Snead come up and blanked Georgia on Sunday. I thought that was one of the biggest performances of the year. I thought that was one of the best wins of the year, the fact that they were able to do that. And the fact that he's built his confidence. He's a confident guy. He's a fiery guy. I think he'll come out ready tonight. I really do. I think he'll come out ready. Do your thing. Do your thing if you're Sechrist. Keep doing what you've doing. If the defense has got to help him out. No defensive miscues, no boneheaded plays, anything like that. Do your job. At shortstop, I need Dean Curley again. I need you, Dean Curley. You played your ass off against North Carolina. I need you again tonight. I'm not the coach, obviously, but from a fan perspective, me looking at it, I need Dean Curley making those plays at shortstop. I don't need any of those that I'm questioning why they're getting through on it. Need him doing his thing. Blake Burke's an excellent defensive first baseman. We need him to be that tonight. He wasn't against Florida State, and I bet you he'll tell you that too. Christian Moore made some awesome plays against North Carolina. We need him tonight. Billy Amick, we need Billy Amick making the plays that are hit to him. I feel confident with our outfield. The question's going to be Hunter Ensley. Does Hunter Ensley play tonight? If it's up to him, I guarantee you that he plays. If he doesn't, I think you'll probably see Tears go to center, Reese Chapman to right, and I don't know who you DH at that point, really. If you do DH Ensley, or if you maybe go Dalton Bargo, I think there's a pretty good possibility you're going to see Jamie Arnold. I don't know if to start. I think Florida State's getting thin on pitching. I really do. They may prove me wrong tonight. Oxford, I think Oxford will be good to go. I think Tennessee can hit him. They hit him over the week. Give me left-handers. Tennessee is hitting left-handed pitching right now. They hit Arnold pretty well Friday night. He's coming off. He's not going to be on full rest if he throws today, and I think there's a good possibility that he does. If you're Florida State, you really can't play with tomorrow in mind because you don't win today, your season's over with. I think there's a good possibility we'll see Arnold at some point. Now, they interviewed Link Jarrett. I can't remember when it was at some point yesterday, and he kind of alluded to we'll see Arnold. I know he said after the game he didn't know what they would do, but I think you'll see Arnold. You'll see Oxford. I think Holtz, the guy who Dreiling got the game-winning hit off of the other night. I don't think he'll be available today. He threw 57 against North Carolina. He did a great job yesterday for Florida State. Whitaker, I don't know about Whitaker. He was 1/3 yesterday, and he got hit pretty hard. Other than that, I just think Florida State's getting down to the nitty-gritty on their pitching, and I don't think that's a good thing for them. I think Tennessee with the fresh, I really think Drew Beam's the only guy not available today. I think other than that, they could throw anybody. If Seacrest were to get in trouble early, I wouldn't be surprised to see A.J. Causey come out. If they get into that fifth inning, somewhere in there, and it's the typical get a few guys on or a couple guys on, I think that's where Kirby Cannell comes in. Kirby is kind of that. I'm figuring out that's his roles to come in and put the fire out. And he's done that well. He did a great job of it Sunday. Phenomenal job against North Carolina with it. Snead threw well against Florida State. Combs got hit against Florida State, but he logged 60 pitches in that outing. So, these hitters for both teams seeing these pitchers already, some of them, that familiarity will probably pay off. The thing you got for Tennessee, Seacrest, Florida State's not seen him. And I think he'll come out ready to go. He's been fired up recently. I think he's got to be feeling it. And he's got it. This is his first opportunity to throw in Omaha. He didn't throw there last year. Got to fire up. But at the same time, he's got to manage his emotions, which they're going to be, naturally, they're going to be high on that one. So that's key number 2. Xander, get to the 5th, maybe 6th inning on it. Solid start, a quality start, basically. And I'm not talking about in terms of innings, just as in terms of runs given up. And then your batters, do your thing. Just do your thing. You're going to see Arnold. I don't think they're afraid of him. They can hit Jamie Arnold. Is he good? Yes. I was not impressed when I saw him the other night. I'm not saying that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just was hearing about this pitcher that was supposed to be unstoppable. And I don't know. Could he come back and shut Tennessee down tonight? Sure. Absolutely could. But the way Tennessee's hitting left-handed pitching with Arnold and Oxford being your main 2 guys, I think that plays into Tennessee's hands. Tennessee got an extra day of rest, which I think was big. Tennessee has a full staff available to them tonight if needed, other than Beam. And I think there still has to be that factor of, we want to send Link Jarrett to the house. I think that's an easy one for me, especially if I'm Tony Vitello. Tony Vitello will not say that publicly, nor should he. It's got to be in the back of his mind. I can't imagine if it were me, that wouldn't be like, I want to send this guy to the house. Because Jarrett's talked a lot. He's talked a lot on 2022. He likes to refer back to that and stuff. It's time to – the only other talking we need to hear out of Link Jarrett today is at the end when he's talking about we had a great season. Sad that it's over. That's all we need to hear from him today. This evening, right after the game, 6:30, 7 o'clock, House of Orange will be live with you again, as always, as we've done throughout the season, numerous times throughout the season, as we did the last couple series of the season, as we did throughout the SEC tournament, as we've done throughout the entire NCAA tournament. This has been the place that's been here throughout the season for you, not when it's been cool. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to, I talk a little too much sometimes. In this YouTubing thing, there's aggravation that sometimes I want to talk. But I'll just say this. This is your place for Tennessee baseball. There's no one better at this Tennessee baseball thing than the House of Orange. Obviously, that's a opinion, but it's a pretty educated opinion as well. We're going to roll with that, though. I hope you have a great Wednesday. I hope you guys are able to get out and catch the game somehow. Hopefully your bosses will have empathy today and allow you to – hopefully your boss as a Tennessee baseball fan are like, we got to watch this game. This team's got a chance to go to the championship. Let's get this game on. Work can wait till tomorrow. Or come in early, get your work done early. We're watching baseball at 3 o'clock. Let's hope that's the way it is today. But make sure you one of the biggest things to get this channel out there is sharing out the content. Make sure you share this out. Get it out word of mouth. This thing's growing quickly. I'm approaching 1,300 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome through 6 months Not even through a full 6 months yet. That's a well ahead of schedule. And I thank you guys so much for your support, for backing up his channel, and for just allowing a guy like me to keep on keeping on. So, last thing, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, and then there's that. If you want to say thanks, there is that super thanks bottom option down in the bottom. All super chats, super thanks, they do go back into the channel to help broaden that channel out, to help bring better coverage, which I'm still, in those stages of trying to progress things to another level. But have a great Wednesday. Today's a hell of a day to win a baseball game and go to a championship. My name's Frank Rock. This is House Fern Sports Channel. Last but most certainly not least, go Vols.